We're live. We are live. Woo! Woo! It's fucking Friday. Fucking Friday. I ain't got the chat up, but I'll have it up soon. I will have it up soon. I really do have some big news, but that title's fucking, it's clickbait. I told my patrons I'm gonna try it out sometimes, just see what happens. See what happens. What's funny is there's almost no way for me to check how many people are watching. Not on my computer anyway. I'd have to pull out, here it is. I'd have to pull out my phone. But what's up, everybody? It is Friday. I love Fridays, man. I think I conditioned myself. I think I have conditioned myself to enjoy Fridays from a young age. It just always used to be them things, man. I've worked ever since I was younger, man. I've always worked. Um, since I was a junior in high school, I think. Since I was 16, I worked. And man, just getting that paycheck on Fridays and getting it to go out and party. I was just thinking about that, man. I was just thinking about a particular night out that ended up being pretty fun. I remember going out and like just doing stupid shit, doing hood rat shit with my friends, going to bars, getting into fights, doing a lot of drugs, talking to girls, and just the next morning getting to talk about the night to other people. A lot of fun, man. I miss them days. I wish I could go back sometimes. I wish I could go back. I think everybody wishes they could go back. I wouldn't change a fucking thing. And I've had some pretty horrible fucking nights, but I'm here now, right? I'm here now. All right, let me get the chat up. But it's just that I'm not even gonna pull the chat up right yet. It's just that feeling of work's gonna be over. I'm gonna get this big old paycheck. I'm gonna hit that bank, and I'm gonna blow this check tonight because that's pretty much what happened. I'm gonna blow this check tonight. I'm gonna do something smart with it, like maybe buy some drugs to sell later on. That's what I used to do. Now I got responsibilities. But maybe I used to do like, get a bundle of marijuana, just sell it throughout the week. Most of the jobs I had, I worked for tips anyway, so I would have money throughout there. There was a while where I was doing two jobs. I was doing a part-time job, and then I was delivering pizza. That was a lot of fun. I used to love delivering pizza, man, when I was young. Ooh, that was some good shit. I'd bring a friend along, use the buddy system. He could roll some cigars while I was delivering pizzas. Let's see if we see any new names in here. Did I get them? Did I get them with the clickbait? I think I did. I think I did. I see a couple new names in here. Got him. Not really. I see one. Let me put on live chat. That's when they'll really pop up. I do have some big news, though. They sold weed through pizza delivery. A little bit of oregano. A little bit of oregano. Oregano. Yeah, man. I'll actually, maybe at the end of this video, I'll tell you a story I was thinking of. It's actually a funny story. Yeah, apparently we had a big explosion, didn't we? We did, didn't we? I've heard about it. A couple of people asked me about that. Did you hear the explosion? I didn't hear the explosion. I think it was actually last night, but who knows? I'm talking to people on the phone and shit. So I do have some vape mail to show off. I showed it off to my patrons already, so I'll make it quick. But I don't think the one person that sent me the mail seen. Um, That is funny. So yeah, tonight, you know, you could watch Fresh, you could watch Tommy B. Tommy V first, Tommy V. What else? Yeah, so I got VAPE Mail. So basically the big news is, first of all, I'm gonna have another recovery video out the 28th. Patrons are gonna get it a little earlier. I'm probably gonna record it on Sunday when I'm home. So it was at 4 a.m. Yeah, I didn't hear that. I was sleeping. But I did hear that there was a refinery that blew up or something, or an explosion. I don't know. So I'll have a recovery video up the 28th on YouTube. Patrons will probably get it a little earlier. And yeah, I'm almost at 6,000 subscribers. Almost at 6,000. I'm like 28 away, something like that. 28 away from 6,000. So I'm going to do a 6K build off. I'm going to get all the mail I have to get out this weekend, and I'm going to do a build off. It's going to be a 2-tier build off, but it's going to be very different from any build off that we've done here or that you have seen. It's going to be very different. Not very different. I shouldn't say very different. It's going to be different. So be ready. I'm going to put a post up on Instagram. We are going to do a build off. All right. They'll come, Circumstance. Don't worry. What's up, Circumstance Vapes? They'll come. If you build it, they will come. So, who is here? Big G Coils, Brian Feeney, Casper Coils, Chevy Man, Chris Mike's World, Circumstance Vapes, Cloudy, just Cloudy, Cloudy with a chance of vapors, Dave Monteferro, I roll them Mars, dog, Fabian, Got Bull, Johnny Deathhead, Kim Dixon, Larry Staller, Mark Pro Vapes, Mr. Pebble, Nick Fenton, Fat Bastard, Ron, what is up? Ramon Vasquez. Why am I saying that weird? Sicko Wicko, Stephen A. Can, one Trevor is that one person, and Yachito. What is up, everybody? So yes, no coffee talk tomorrow morning. We'll do the regular build show tomorrow night. We're going to do Groove Fused, and then on Sunday I will do. That's my made face. We will do a coffee talk in the morning. Alexander, what's up? I didn't forget anybody. I look at my participants. If you're not chatting, you don't come up. What is up? Anybody not chatting but is watching? What is up? What is up? Yeah, Shadow. Ian Foe, Kate Nicole, what's up? Josh Main is here. Mac Myers. I don't know why it leaves people out, man. I don't know. Stu Rep's here. There's a bunch of people left there. How many people are watching? Like 1,000? Let's see. I'm not talking to you. I'm mad. 43. That's normal. Okay. So look at this guy. Look at that bad boy. Look at that purple OG Goon cap with that drip tip. Look at that. That's a newie. That Mr. Burgundy juice, that toasted. I got that. A couple TM squares. A couple caps for the TM square, blue and gold. Those will be one of them will be in a giveaway in Patreon. Some Squonk and Dex from Twisted Messes with some Eclipse cap, so 4 RDAs, Twisted Messes there. Another green Goon cap. Dude. The person who sent me that knows who they are. Thank you very much. Somebody sent me something. I have no clue who it is. I have no clue who sent me this. If it was you, thank you. Let me know who you are, unless you don't want me to know who you are. This came from China. I showed these on Scott's channel. I showed them in Patreon last night. These things are badass, dude. These are like one of these guys. But I noticed, like, I could look at stuff with my eye open with this. I don't have to close my eye. But I do have to go close up. But they also have lights. See? Real cyborgish, you know? Real cyborgish. They're pretty cool. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I like it. Love them. Brad Collins, what's up? They're pretty cool, man. Pretty fucking cool. Leslie, what's up? I ain't trying to win a beauty contest, Leslie. I'm trying to make some coils. Make some fucking coils. They have a bunch of different lenses on them. Right now I have the 10s on there, but they have 25s, and the sight is so freaking good in them. It's so good. Way better than my other ones. But the 10, we're going to have to see. I do have to go up and... But we'll see. See what happens. Up to 25 times, yep. You could like pop these off too, because they change out. So the lenses change out, and you could pop these off too. You could just have one on there. Just do one of these deals. What if I just always wore them? Do you think my eyesight would go fucked up? Probably. It's okay though. You could move this guy around in and out. So if anybody's got a watch to fix, I'll try it out. I don't know. I'll try it. I don't think I'll be any good at it, but I'll try it. What if I just wore them like this all the time? I look like a fucking... Oh, man. Anybody watch the Bob Lazar? The Bob Lazar, JRE, Joe Rogan podcast. Even if you don't watch it, go watch the last podcast. It's Bob Lazar and somebody else. It's about a guy who used to work at Area 51 on UFO crabs. And you might be like, dude, there's no such thing as aliens. There is a such thing as aliens. You need to fucking watch it to find out. There is. You need to fucking watch it. Addie J, what's up? You need to watch it. All right. These are watch repair magnifiers. I have a feeling somebody told me I'm going to send you these, and I just forget who it was. Okay. Yeah, there is a such thing as aliens. 14 a pair, motherfucker. It's funny. Bob Lazar's not nuts. He's a fucking straight up fucking guy. So, what else did I get? What else? Okay, I'll show this off. I've been waiting for a nurse to come in, but Nurse Vape sent me 3 braids. Now I did I did build one. These braids were so clean. Well, they still are so clean. So clean. The one was way long. The one was like 10 inches long, even a little bit longer. And she sent me 3 braids. It says a 10-strand Celtic vertebrae hybrid, a 10-strand 32 gauge vertebrae, and a 12-strand Celtic braid 32 gauge, all N80. Now, I'll show you what I wrapped up with it, but first I'll show you what these look like. Look at that. So 2 of these braids I've never even done. Actually, 2 of these braids I don't even know how to do. All right, so the thick one all the way on the, I don't know, would that be your left or right? I don't know. The thickest one right here, I wrapped up. This one's like a square braid. It's actually pretty cool because it doesn't have just one side. It's like a square almost. It's like a boxed braid. See the side of it? Pretty cool. All right. Very nice. Boom, boom, boom. Mark Pro Vapes, what's up? Dustin Singer, what's up? Alexander, that's like a running joke on here. Alexander, I get asked that question all the time. I don't know. I get asked all the time. I'm not getting into that again, dude. I get asked that question way too much, man. Way too much. If you 50% of my videos, I explain what I think happened, but I don't know. I'm not like best friends with him. I talked to him during Coil Wars. That's it. I know he's a fan of what I do. I'm a fan of what he does. All right, Nurse Vapes is here. I'm closing it up. All right, see you guys. I'm out. I'm kidding. Nurse Vapes, thank you very much. I got your mail. I showed it over on Patreon already, and I just showed it here. And actually, I'll show you. I wrapped one of them up. Now, these are super, super clean. And you guys know how I like clean coils. If you're going to send coils to somebody, make them clean. These are all super clean, long strands. There was like no ends all poking out or nothing. They were just clean wires. See? Clean wires. Very nice, Nurse. Very, very, very nice. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you very, very much. I'm going to show you that I wrapped up one of them already. The Sesh is here. What's up? Yeah, Homeboy Josh just stopped doing YouTube. Nobody knows. I don't know him, so it's like, I don't know. You know? It sucks when somebody, I understand why everybody's like, what happened to him? Because it sucks when you do a video damn near every day and people get to know you and people start to care about you. You start like talking about your pets and your wife and your all this, and then all of a sudden you disappear and people worry because they, you became part of their life. I understand why people ask that. I understand why people ask me because they just figure I know. Just because of Coil Wars and all that stuff. And honestly, me and Josh were always cool. We talked a lot. Not a lot, but we talked. you know, and when he left, I just let him go. Some people just gotta, you know, spread their wings. I could guess a whole bunch of things. What I'm guessing is he got really good at what he did. Okay. He got really good at what he did with photography, making videos, and I think he got offers to get paid to do it. And um, I think it probably led him somewhere. Or people that make videos like that and do stuff like that, that was probably already their job, and their job probably got busy. When you do YouTube and a job, if there comes a point where you get a promotion, you got to pick one. Most people are going to pick their job when they're not getting paid that much on YouTube. It's what's happening right now, actually. You're seeing all these channels talking about YouTube. I'm leaving YouTube and all this crap with YouTube, YouTube, YouTube. So when people start disappearing, what's funny is me and Vape Heathen live in Philadelphia, and I damn near talked to him in person. Nobody asked me about him. What about Vape Heathen? Nobody wants to know about Vape Heathen? God. Weren't they even on the same live show? Like, what the hell, man? What about Heathen? Understand. Some people talk about drug problems. I don't think it's drug problems. And he was hit by a Clapton and damaged his face. I'm sorry. I'm damn near positive that didn't happen. I think that's a joke. He got hit by a Clapton in the face. Jesus. And you thought the vape fake news stopped at fucking vaping gives you popcorn lung? Nope. Nope. Where's the damn atomizer at? Yeah, post them up. You still got a whole other week. More than a week. You still got a whole other week. Where is my coil? Where are my dragons? There it is. All right, Nurse Vape's coil. The braid. This was the bigger one. I believe it's a Celtic. Not positive. Here it is. In the ghoul. I did a single coil. 5 wrap. So the Nurse Vapes did this coil. I just wrapped it up. There it is. Bones the Skater's here. Wooly Murphy. Probably going to start saying people's names. Chevy Man's here. WP Mac. Yeah, dude, we're talking a lot of drama today. I'm going to start labeling my videos drama. Drama. Don't believe what they're telling you. So how you like that coil? How many people are watching? I'm seeing if I'm drawing people in by putting up 52. I mean, that's a good amount. It is Friday. So Casper Coils is here. Clint Johnson, what's up? The ohm is 0.20. 2 ohms even. 0.20 single coil. There he is. Bah, 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 bah. Boom. All right. That's enough of that. Yeah, all 32 gauge Nichrome 80 is going to fire quick. That's for sure. It should vape good on there. I want to take pictures of it before I vape it, though, so. It's 32. All them braids are 32. Yeah, all nichrome, nurse. All nichrome. So what you said was, you said a Celtic vertebrate hybrid. That's a 10 strand. A 10 strand vertebrate. They're all 32. And a 12 strand Celtic braid. I believe that's the Celtic, if I'm not mistaken. The one is like, I know what the vertebrate is. The one is very square. So, okay. I'm going to show you this, nurse, and maybe you can help me out with this. Okay. I could probably figure it out if I really think about it, but let's do this. Okay. So I name them right. Okay. This is definitely the vertebrate. One sec. I know that because I know vertebrates. That's the vertebrate. So that's 2 strands in each finger, 5 loops, 2 strands in each finger. And I know that because when I look at the back, I know that's what a vertebrate looks like. All right. This is a French braid? Uh-oh. Okay. So what's this one? Hold on. That's a Celtic, right? I'll flip it around. Tw 12 strand Celtic. All right. And then what's this one? This one is like more boxed. It has like, so one sec. I'll flip it over to the front. It's kind of boxed, like it's got a braid on each. Okay, so this is what this looks like this. But the side looks good even. The side is like pretty big. This is a vertebrate? Really? That looks like a vertebrate. The side is what's getting me. Maybe it's because it's so many strands that it has a side. Usually a vertebrate is very flat. This is very boxed. But maybe that's because you used a lot of strands. They're all good looking. I know what a 5-loop vertebrate looks like, though. It might be a 5-loop vertebrae with like 2 or 3 strands in each finger, but that's not a 5-loop vertebrae. Actually, I have a 5-loop vertebrae right here. I could show you what a 5-loop vertebrae is. It's not a 5-loop vertebrae. If maybe a 10, it's not a 5-loop vertebrae. Let me see what this is. This is Mayan. This is Mayan. This is a... Let me see this. Actually, this is a... Yeah, see, this is a vertebrate. This is 2 strands in each hand. So this is a 3 loop. We do vertebrates different? Isn't there only one way to do it? I mean, I know there's more than one way of braiding stuff, but all right, nurse, yeah. But every vertebrate I do is following videos that say vertebrate, and they're all the same. So that's... This isn't a fishtail. This is a vertebrate. I know it is, because if I look behind it, I know exactly what a fishtail and a vertebrate look like. That's a vertebrate. This is a vertebrate. This isn't a fishtail. Teddy Damp? Do you do it, Teddy Damp? What's up, Clayton, Mr. Gunther? Is that who you watch, Teddy Damp? Yeah, Loop Raider. I've seen, yeah. It's probably Teddy Damp. That's who I was in Coil Wars with. Yeah. Yeah, last one until Saturday night. Yep. That's what it said. Mac Myers. I'm an addict, dude. What do you expect? What do you expect? I fucking lie. I lie. What do you want from me? And here you are. It was a good idea, wasn't it? There's like 55 people here. It was a good idea. All right. Anyway. Adam, what's up? I think I just realized that I don't want to do braids ever again. I think I just realized that yeah. What's up, Buster? Palms down through all loops to grab last loop without a turn. Yeah, I don't turn for vertebrate. Vertebrate, you just pull them through. Yeah, vertebrate, you just pull them through. There's no turns at all. You just pull them through. That's all. Vertebrate, boom, pull. Yeah, there's no turning at all. Yeah. Thomas, I got a lot of Enigma videos. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. Yeah, I can't explain it. I would have to do a whole... That's why I do the videos, is because That's why I do videos, guys, is because I want people to be able to just go Enigma coil. Look on YouTube, watch me do an Enigma and wrap it up. I hate getting messages and people thinking that I could just type it out. I can't. That's not a good way to learn at all. Because how I say, especially when I'm talking to people all the way around the world, like my language and your language is completely different. When you sit here watching me talk, you understand what I'm saying. But when I start typing stuff out, people don't even understand that. There's people that don't even understand what I'm talking. You don't even understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. So the best way to do it is to show you. The best way to show you what I used to do, is do videos and give them to you privately. Like you would DM me and I'd be like, all right, here you go. This is how I do it. All right. This is how actually staple. That is the first thing that people would ask me. Yeah, you probably forced it. You can't force them, Thomas. You got to let them just lay over, just like a staple. You got to let them lay over. So what I used to do is like somebody would DM me, how do you wrap staples? And I would DM a video of me wrapping staples. But I would be doing this 5 times a day, building 5 staples a day to show people. So I'm like, why am I doing this? I could just do a video and a whole bunch of people could watch me do it at once. Boom. Enigmas have a spike in them. You kind of have to wrap them on that spike. You don't force the spike down. You kind of have to wrap them on that spike. You kind of have to balance it on that spike. They're not easy to wrap at all. 0.3 is way easier than 0.4. 0.3 to wrap is way easier than 0.4. So that's why I did the videos, because a lot of people were asking me questions and I was answering them one at a time and typing out how to wrap a staple. Somebody type out how to wrap a staple right now and see how frustrating it is. It's fucking frustrating. So I got to do a video, talk, and show you. That's how it all started, is that a lot of people asked questions that I couldn't answer through text. I hate texting to begin with. I hate talking on the phone and I hate texting. Okay? I don't like doing either. Then you ask me how to do something that there is actually not a lot of language for anyway. So, thank you for watching, Thomas. So, yeah, explaining stuff building through, it's just hard. Like, explain how to do an alien aside from the reverse and stuff. It's just hard. It's easier just to show, because there's things that go on that I'm not explaining to you through text, you know? It's just, there's just so many things that you're seeing me do that I'm not even saying, but you're like, oh shit, like that's how, like, I don't even explain how I hold the wire, but when you see me do it, you understand. Like, some people don't hold the wire the same, you know? But when you see, like, why I don't know stretch, why I do it the way I do it, why I put the strands 3 going this way all the way, you get to see all that instead of me just saying, make sure your prep's good. Make sure your prep's good. All right, so what's good prep, dude? What's good prep? All right, so what you want to do is you want to take your 3 wire, type this out. You want to take your 3 wires, bend them around the swivel, but make sure that they come all 3 around so that when they come off of the swivel, they're perfectly straight. I'm just at the swivel part. I'm only at the swivel part right now. Type that out and make sure they come out 3 around. But then, you know, the part that you wrapped around the swivel, you want to wrap it around itself. But when you wrap it around itself, make sure it doesn't crumple up the 3 wires coming out of the swivel, because them 3 wires coming out of the swivel got to go to the drill. All right, so when you wrap it around itself, you're going to want to crimp it down. If you have hot glue, you might want to use hot glue. But make sure you keep your right hand on them wires too, so that the wire, like, text all that out. And then guess what? If you do text it out, guess what? Here comes fucking Joe Schmo Vapes. Joe Schmo Vapes. Hey, Nick, how do you get your alien so good? I just fucking explained that to fucking Mini Mo Vapes. I just explained it to mini mo vapes. I just typed it all out. And I gotta copy and paste it. This is bad. This is bad. We gotta make videos. Gotta make videos. So that's how that happens. And you know what? I think I'm going to start going through my comments on YouTube too. And I think it's actually, oh, fuck. I think that's actually a good idea, even for trolls, because I'm not really affected by trolls. I'm kind of immune. So, what's up, Sean? So, maybe I should go through and see what people are, because it just for content. What's up, Bobby? The big news, dude. Big drama. Big drama. Oh my God, big drama. YouTube's done. I'm done with it. I'm done with YouTube. They kicked me off. I have no more YouTube. I can't do a live video. Nah, there's no drama at all. No, big news is build off coming soon. Magical Metals, what's up? There is a build off coming. Yeah, JA size drama. Yeah. There is a build off coming, and then a recovery video because I am 6 years out of well, no, 6 years drug free, the 28th. There you go. So it's 7:10, huh? How about that? So yeah, I'm gonna put up information about the build off. As soon as I hit 6,000, it's gonna go up. I am going to be doing. I'm going to explain to you how the first part's going to go. All right, the rest part. The rest part. All right, Kenneth. Yeah, you just nice. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I don't go to them meetings, because you can't be honest about anything. That's why I don't go to them meetings, because it pisses me off. It really does, because most of them old dudes, they did it. They did it. They did the same thing. It's funny how hypocritical people could be. And it's funny how, like, if I got thrown in jail, I'd be able to do it too. Okay, I'd have to. And when you get thrown in jail, you just got to do it. All right. When you're outside of jail, there's a huge mental game that goes on, a huge mental game. So if people get clean, just cold turkey, that's awesome. You don't have to put other people down because they can't, you know? If you think that you're better than people, no. You did something better. You did something better in a better way. Yeah, you did. And you should be proud of yourself for that. You should. But that doesn't mean you should put other people down. That doesn't mean, because here's my thing with it. Let's just look at the differences of when I wasn't on methadone to where I am now. Wouldn't be doing this live at all. I was 145 pounds when I went into rehab. I'm like 205 now. So yeah, what's that? 60 pounds? Is that 60? 60 pounds. Anybody know anybody on heroin that gained 60 pounds? No. Just behaviors are different. I ain't hanging out on the corner. Um, I pay my bills. Go to work every day on time. Um, this is all stuff I didn't do. A bunch of stuff, man. I take a shower like every day now. I ain't used to do that. So, been on a stem fast diet, almost 60 pounds before. Stem fast. So, methadone will put water weight on you. That's true. I'm hoping when I get off of it that lose a little bit of it. It puts a lot of water weight on you. A lot. You could tell when you do stuff like this. So, this is water weight right here. If you do, okay, so if you push on something on your body, right? This usually doesn't happen unless you have a lot of water weight. And most people on methadone will do this. All right, now watch my arm when I do this. It's going to indent, it's going to turn red around a white spot. It indents and then it sucks out. That's water weight. If you don't have a lot of water weight, that's not going to happen. Like an indent happens. And then there's red around white. It's very hard to see on camera, actually. You could do it to your leg better, actually. Yeah, it's crazy. So, yeah, so that shit that they say in meetings, it pisses me off. I've seen them like completely like destroy people in meetings because of that. And it really pissed me off. Like I seen them like really like just make people feel like shit. And that ain't me. I'll argue with you. I don't care. I'd love to argue. I'll argue with you all day. In fact, I'll make you feel like a piece of shit. How about that? Because that's probably what's going to happen. Is I will make you feel like a piece of shit for your opinion. Okay? So I just stopped going to them. There's actually meetings for people on methadone and whatchamacallit. Go to MA meetings, Methadone Anonymous. Yeah, I'm still on it. Yeah. Yeah. The 12 ply program. Yeah, going to jail will help a lot because you just can't do anything. When you're outside, you can do something. You can. It's very possible. You just did it yesterday. It's a completely different thing. But if you put me somewhere, can I ask why when you're 6 years clean? Because I did the methadone program before and I got off in 3 years and I just didn't get the information. I didn't change my habits really. I got off of it, stayed clean for 3 years and fucked up again. So when I did that, when I went through a program, I didn't do shit, dude. I just went through the program. I didn't take no information in. I don't even remember anybody telling me about an NA meeting. I never learned about NA meetings or AA meetings until this last time around. I took in no information. I just thought if I get off of it and go to work, I'm good. I'm good. And got off in 3 years, stayed clean for 3 years. All right. That bust, I'll talk about that in a second. Got off for 3 years, and then I fucked up because I got no information out of what I was doing. I was still young, I mean, The last time I fucked up was 6 years ago, plus 3 years ago. 9 years ago, I was 25, 26. Yeah, 26 tons of heroin they got in Philadelphia last week. 26 tons of heroin. If you lined up all the bricks, it went on for 2 miles. So so like I'm saying, 3 years, stay clean, fucked up. After that 3 years, what I kept telling myself is, I wish I never got off the fucking methadone program that early. I wish I never did it. I wish I was still fucking on it, because that would have never happened. It would have never happened if I would have stayed on. I got off too fast or whatever. That's what I kept telling myself. So now I just take my time. It's not bothering me any. But now I'm ready to just fucking get off. It's just everybody's different, you know? There's some people who stay on there for fucking years. Years and years and years. And the thing is when you decide to get off, you kind of need you need a lot of time. Like, let's just say I started on 125 and then I went down to 85 pretty quickly. Like within a year, I was like, let me go down to 85. At 85, you decide, I want to get off. Well, the right way to do that is slowly. If you're on 85, you need about a year to get off of it. So I'm going down now and getting off, and I'm only 6 months in. So now I'm down to like 35 or something. So yeah, that's just everybody's different though, you know? Everybody's different. I'm not a doctor, Justin, but 130. See, what you're supposed to do is come down like a good bit and stop. That's what I did. I did the 130, came down to 85, stopped. Then I came down to 50, stopped. And now I'm going down to 25, but I think I might just keep going all the way down. But the last time I did it the right way, and I was fine. There was nothing. I took Dayquil, NyQuil after I was off, and I was good. Everybody sends you these horror stories like, I got off and it was worse. It was worse than heroin. That makes no fucking sense. Makes no sense at all. Why would they do that? They would just put you on heroin. They made methadone because it's easier to get off of. You can't start spreading around your little fucking lies because you walked off at 140. You can't do that. Like, dude, it's like 2 a week, or sometimes they'll do like 2 every 2 weeks, 2 milligrams every 2 weeks. It takes a long time to do. Everybody's different though. Some people could take more than others. When I was younger, I did it quick. I was like, give me 5 a week, take me off 5 a week. But I was like 22, you know? Yeah, I was also like, when I was younger, I was on like 220 or something like that. I didn't go nowhere near that high this time around. Over 400. Okay, so what's the max for one person a day? What's the max that somebody could take? Is that what you're asking? Because I'll tell you some shit. I'll tell you some fucking shit. There's a thing called a Peakatroph test. A Peakatroph test tests how quickly your body metabolizes methadone. All right, that's a Peakatroph test. There are some people that metabolize medicines, I shouldn't just say methadone, medicines, they metabolize it quicker than others. There are, yes, I knew a 70-year-old lady that was taking 700 milligrams every day, but she was only getting about 30% of it because her metabolism was eating it up very fast. So 700 to her was more like 110 to other people. So you look at her and you're like, she's 70 years old, 125 pounds. How is she taking 700 milligrams when I'm 200 pounds taking 120? It's because her body metabolized it differently. And that could go with your other medicines you're taking. That could go with so many other things. Yeah, just people metabolize different. So they only get a percentage. And there's a test they could do to test out what that is. They could test. It's called a Picotroph test. So now when people say, "Oh, it's not holding me," and the doctor's like, "It's not holding you because you look kind of fucked up," they could do that test and be like, "It's holding you, dude. It's holding you." So yeah, it's crazy. I don't think she'll be getting off. She'll probably just take it to the grave. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get off this shit. I'm gonna get off this shit. 2 milligrams a week. I'm on 700 now, so when I'm 152, I'll be done. And then I can really stretch my legs. I'll get rid of this water weight. That's my Philly woman accent. I'm gonna get off this shit. I'm gonna get me a man. I'm only on 700 now. Picotroph test. A Picotroph. I don't know how to spell it. I just know how to say it. A Picotroph test. Because when somebody told me that, I was like, what? I was in rehab with this lady, and she told me, I was like, you mean 70? She's like, no, I feel 70. I'm on 700. I was like, bullshit. Bull fucking shit. No fucking way. I was like, this 140 is knocking me out. How the fuck are you on? There's no way they're even giving you that to you. A Pikachu test. So, yeah. So, yeah. And they told me, they broke it down for me. I was like, how is that? How is it that this old lady is on 700? How do you guys even give that to her? And they were like, you don't understand. There's people that metabolize it better. I was like, that much? And they were like, yeah, she only feels like 30% of it. Damn. I was like, even when she like first drinks it, like it doesn't just knock her out. Like I thought, like 700 to the face right away. You gotta be feeling that right away. Peak a trough, peak a trough. That's how you would say it. Peak and trough. Is it peak and trough? Is that really what it's called? Peak and trough test? I thought it was like just one word, peak and trough. Is it peak and trough? Oh, dude, I would be asleep all day. I would be asleep all day. Shit, I'd be good all week. Just give me that at the beginning of the week. I'll be good all week. See you next week. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So we were talking about Friday, right? We were talking about Friday and how I feel as though I conditioned myself to love Fridays because when I was younger. Actually, you know what, dude? Make sure nobody was listening. So even when I was younger, though, you would like Fridays, right? Because you were, even if you're in grade school, you're like, oh, it's Friday. Are we conditioned to just love Fridays, right? I think so. So I didn't go to Sad Boy, no. I guess you didn't either. I don't think anybody went. Nah, I didn't feel like it, dude. So I will have that recovery video up, but I'll tell you a little story I was thinking about earlier about a Friday, a particular Friday. I remember it was a Friday, and there's a bar we used to go to. It's closed down now. It's not a bar anymore. I don't know what it is. It's like a flower shop now or something. It's right down the street from me. And this bar, so this is like when I was like 19. So I got home from work. I believe I was working at a car wash at the time. And this bar we used to go to, I used to be able to get served. I was 19. And how I used to get served was the people didn't really care that I was getting served. It was kind of just like, show us an ID. You know, I probably could even just show them my ID. They just needed to say that they seen an ID. But what we used to do is my buddy used to go upstairs. He was 21. He would show his ID, and he had a duplicate ID, which I still actually have. I actually still have that fucking ID. He had a duplicate ID. I would wait for another bartender to come there just so they, because I didn't want to like act like they're stupid. I didn't want to show the same bartender. So plus I was a little scared they wouldn't serve me. So I would go there, you know. And we used to get these things. They have these things at the bars. I'm sure they have them at every bar. It would be like a bucket night on Friday. And buckets would be on sale. What a bucket is it's a metal bucket. And it's filled with ice. And they put a 6-pack in there. Or 5 beers or a 6-pack, whatever. And it would be like, I don't know. It was like $9 for like 5 beers or something like that. So it was like $9 for 5 beers with ice in there. And we would go to the bar just about every Friday, right after we like, you know, got whatever kind of drugs we wanted for the weekend or whatever. Well, I remember I was doing coke this night. So this bar I used to love because I really like playing pool. I just really like playing pool, especially drinking. I didn't like just sitting there bullshitting all the time, just sometimes. So we go to this bar. There's like 3 of us there, and we're just playing pool, having a good time and everything. There happens to be there was a lot of people there this night, and we were going to go somewhere at the end of the night. We weren't going to stay at the bar all night, but we did end up staying at the bar all night. So there was another guy that came from the neighborhood. And this guy is like, he's like, man, he would get into a lot of fights, let's put it that way. So many fights to where it was almost like, he's almost like a legend of the neighborhood. He just got into a lot of fucking fights. And people from Philly might know who I'm talking about. I don't want to say any names. I'd rather them not even type it in because it's just, so he would get into a lot of fights, and I would hear about these fights, and like sometimes I'd be like, there's no fucking way. There was one rumor that he apparently knocked somebody out of their boots. And when I hear this story, I'm like, come on, dude. Like, really, we get it. Like, your buddy's fucking tough and everything, and but that sounds ridiculous. It just sounds ridiculous. So me and that guy ended up being friendly. Like, we didn't hang out with each other too much, but we ended up being friendly. He used to ask for a lot of money. He got really into heroin when I was still just got out of high school, was 19, and I wasn't really deep into drugs like that, just party stuff. So I would always hear these stories. I'd be like, I would hang with him, and he would almost get in the fights all the time, but I never got to see him fight before. And I just always hoped that I would see him fight one time. And I just hoped it wasn't me. I just hoped, because he would fuck around like that a lot. Like, he would almost threaten you. Like, in a way. Like he would, especially he was like 4 years older than me, so he was like 23. I'm like 19, and he would do stuff like either like grab you by or like around the back of the neck and just be rough and stuff. So he came to the bar that night and we're playing pool. For some reason, I think my buddies had to go get like weed or something. So they left, and me and him are playing pool with this group that was there. We end up talking to this group of people. This group of people was from San Francisco. They came to Philly for whatever reason. I don't know. I hardly remember what happened. I only remember very, very, very little bit about, especially the end of the night. I remember the main parts. So we're playing pool with these guys. We're playing for money. We're putting like $5 on each game, whatever. We're playing pool. I actually was talking to one of these guys' girlfriends earlier that night, and I didn't know. So I knew he probably didn't like me after I found that out. I knew that one of the San Francisco guys didn't like me. So we go and we're playing pool. We keep going to the bathroom breaks. I'm snorting coke. He's doing stuff with a needle that he keeps using the same needle every time. And this is the first time I seen that. I was like, and the way he would sterilize his needle was just lick it, just take it out. He had the cap on it, so everything was good, and he would just go and do his thing, put it back in his pocket, and I watched him do this like fucking 3 times throughout the night, all the way from like 12 to 2. So we'd go in the bathroom, and this was also when I was kind of introduced to what speed bowling is, which is when you mix heroin and cocaine together, whatever. So we're playing pool, and it's getting late. It's getting real fucking late. And it's at 2 o'clock. The bar's closing. We're winning the game. And the guy I'm playing with, the guy I'm talking about who's real tough that I always wanted to see, I'm being a wise ass to just about everybody. All right? I'm almost instigating a fight. And throughout the night, the guy I'm playing pool with, who I've been wanting to see fight, ends up turning to me and basically says, like, he doesn't like these guys. And I'm thinking, I might see it tonight. I might fucking see it. So we're playing. We're winning. It's 2 o'clock. And the bartender, this is up, so the pool table's upstairs. And once I say this, people from Philly are probably going to know exactly what I'm talking about. The pool table's upstairs. The bar's downstairs. We're playing upstairs. The bartender yells up, last call, whatever. We're still playing. We're winning. Well, one of these guys from San Francisco is like, come on, it's close time. Just take the money. And we're like, no, we're fucking finishing this game. I'm going to win fucking $10, dude. So he walks out, goes down the stairs, and shuts the light off like mid-stroke of one of us fucking stroking the ball. And it pissed us off. So they end up leaving, and I don't remember what happened to the money or anything, but we get outside. And they're nowhere there. They're not there. And then we see them drive by, and they start screaming out the window shit. Now there's 3 guys in the car, and there's 1 girl. One of the guys was driving. I know this because of what happened later. So they get out of the car. They start yelling. We yell back, and they screeched the car and got out of the car. 2 of them got out of the car, and the girl. So I'm like, yeah, I might see this. Yeah, this is fucking great. So, long story short, we're yelling at each other, talking shit and everything. I end up getting into a fucking fight that ends up getting broken up by the one girl. I get punched in the face. I punch the other guy in the face, and fucking his girlfriend breaks it up, and then fucking another guy standing there. And the most deceiving fucking guy ever. Him and my buddy, who I wanted to see fight for a long time, are arguing. He was saying something to me, and my buddy jumped in, and they were arguing back and forth, fuck you, and then they get to start the fight. The dude from San Francisco, we're thinking like San Francisco's known for fucking. I'm young, okay? This is not how I think now, but we think San Francisco's a little soft, and you're coming to Philly, shutting out our lights in our bar that we always come to. This is our bar. How dare you tell us that it's closing time and shut out our lights, you fucking soft motherfuckers from San Francisco. So the guy from San Francisco did not look that big. And then when he took his jacket off, or he took his hoodie off and took his shirt off, that motherfucker was on steroids. And I was like, oh, fuck. So my buddy, I'm thinking like, if he beats this dude up, he is a bad motherfucker. Yeah, he didn't want to fight him. So he took out that fucking needle and ran after that motherfucker. And they fucking, as soon as they seen that needle, they were like, what the fuck? And they fucking ran. And it was fucking so fucking funny. I started crying. As soon as he pulled out that fucking needle and they started fucking running, I started fucking dying. I fucking thought it was so fucking funny that he did that, because I was really anticipating to see somebody fucking get fucked up. And the fact that he did that, I was fucking dying, and he started laughing too. And oh man, it was so fucking funny. And that was a story I got to tell later that night when I went to my buddy's house after that, and then we get to tell it before. And that's just the fun stuff that goes on when you're younger, isn't it? And I don't think that shit happens anymore. I don't think shit like that happens anymore. I think if it escalates to that, somebody's getting shot, but you never had to worry about that. You never did. You never did have to worry about that. But that was always a story I fucking, oh my God, dude. That was a fucking, it was hilarious. But I always remember that fucking night. Always remember that night. Always. Oh, they ran to the car. Yeah, they ran to the car. But like my buddy only ran enough to where he seen they were running. Like he only ran like a half a block. He only ran like a half a block, and he seen that they didn't want it. They didn't want to get stabbed with a fucking dirty needle. So when I told my friends that, they fucking thought it was hilarious. And then the next day when I seen him, I didn't hang with this guy too much. It was more of it was more like when I seen him, he was like, yo, Nick, you got $1? And shit like that. Like it was always like he wanted $1 or he wanted me to go take him somewhere. I never used a needle in my life, but I always knew how to, because I would always take him somewhere. I was like one of the people that drove in my circle. I was like one of the only people that drove in the circle. There was like 3 of us out of like 20, and I was one of them that drove. So when he came around, he would ask for $1 and ask me to go take him somewhere, and then we would go behind CVS, and he would do what he had to do, and I would do something way quicker. So, man, it was such a fucking funny night. I fucking could have died that fucking night. I remember laughing the whole time during pool too. I remember talking a lot of shit, like instigating, because that's just how I was. I had a big fucking mouth, and I like to joke around with people. Like I've been punched quite a few times for my mouth, but dude, I remember just cracking the fuck up at when he did that, because I was really anticipating, like, I thought I was going to get beat up, really, but because that dude was fucking big. He was definitely on steroids, because I was 19. I was in good shape. I actually went back over, like I was in the middle of the street fighting the one guy, and I came back to get my shirt because I had no problem ripping off my shirt when I was 19. And that's when I was next to my buddy, and they were talking shit. And I was like, dude, when he took off, he did not look like that at all. He did not look like he was that big. And it was summertime. So I forget, I don't know if it was cold or not, but I remember he had a hoodie on, because I did not notice that he was that big. I didn't. And he was, I guess it was just because I was drinking, I wasn't really thinking about it, even though usually you size up people like when you're in a bar and you're like, oh, fuck this guy, fuck this clown. I didn't recognize that. And actually, he was one of the people not playing pool. That dude wasn't playing pool. But fun times, man. Photo. So I'm talking about the place I'm talking. I don't know if somebody guessed it. The place I'm talking about. I see Bobby and Brian are in here talking. The place I'm talking about is Passing Times. Passing Times. So Passing Times was a bar that I think two brothers owned. The one was in jail. He owned the bar. And his brother, when his brother went to jail, his brother called it Passing Times, like we're passing time until my brother gets out of jail. We're just passing time. Like I guess they told, just stay in here and pass your time. So Passing Time, I still live very close to it, but it's not a bar anymore. I don't know what it. In fact, I think it's abandoned, or it's like an art place or something. It's just a very different neighborhood. I lived down the street from another spot that was like that too, that I never really went to. But man, fun times. I could think of a whole bunch of stories. The one time I should probably save this for another show. I should probably save this one for another show, but this one's pretty quick. I'll make it quick. It is just quick. It is because it wasn't even really a crazy night. It was just a funny thing that happened. We were drinking like Mad Dog 2020, and now every Friday or Saturday, if somebody's parents weren't there at the house, that's a house party. That's what we call that. We call that a house party. So my one buddy's dad wasn't home, and he didn't have a mom. His mom passed away years ago, and his dad wasn't going to be home. He was going on vacation. So we were like, okay, let's do a house party here. So we do a house party at his house. We get like Mad Dog 2020, which I never really liked. It's not a good story without Mad Dog, right? And the guy who owned the house was he was a wild kid. He was a very wild kid. He's just very wild, man. He still is. He's like 31 years old now, and he's still a wild kid. He got real drunk. He got really, really drunk to the point where we actually got scared. We got scared that like he was going to start seizuring, because I believe he was seizuring, and he was throwing up a lot. And we ended up calling the ambulance. So we call the ambulance, and a fire trucks come, and fireman comes in. A couple of them come in, and they're like, you got to clear out the place. They were like, who's that? And I told him I was his older brother. So we're sitting there, and my buddy, who's drunk, they get him up on the chair, and he's sitting there like this, and he's awake. He's fucking awake, but he's sitting there. And the firefighter comes next to the chair and is like sitting next to him like this, like looking up at him, talking to him, asking him like, what's your name and shit. And he has his arm on the chair like this. So he's talking to him, and like mid-sentence what the firefighter's saying, my buddy turns around and goes and throws up in his fucking face. Oh man, I had to walk out very, very quickly, because I was like, I'm positive he did that on purpose, and he absolutely did throw up in that firefighter's face on fucking purpose. Dude. The most disgusting thing I ever seen, but it was mostly water. It was mostly fucking water, but oh my God. I had to fucking leave out the back door. It's actually called Morgan David 2020. But he threw up right in that fucking firefighter's face. That was so cool. The firefighters were being really cool too. But man, if I drink, I do it with style. Mad Dog is just too sweet, man. I can't do sweet stuff. Like people that drink, I drink cider though, but I only started drinking cider like in my older years. What's up, Pat? I only started drinking cider in my older years. I couldn't do like Zima, definitely not. Zima, definitely not. Um, Not like what's it called? The lemonade one, whatever the lemonade one is. I don't like I don't like that stuff. I don't like sweet stuff, especially if you're going to drink a lot of it. If you're going to drink like one or two, but if you're going to drink a lot of it, you can't drink a lot of like sweet liquors. Um, Crisco. I remember Fireball's pretty good. Fireball's all right. It's tasty. Um, um, I always liked Jack Daniels and I liked Southern Comfort, but Southern Comfort even I don't want to say like obviously it's super sweet for a liquor, but it always gave me let's say I didn't like the like next morning with Southern Comfort. I didn't like the next morning. Jack Daniels I could take. I didn't like the next morning with Southern Comfort. That's a cognac, right? And then I remember some rap songs we would try. We would have tried because of the music that was out. We would have tried Hennessy and Hypnotic, make an Incredible Hulk, turns green because Hypnotic is like a very blue drink, and Hennessy is a very orangish drink. Jack Daniel's honey. Huh. Is Hattie Tooney still here? What's up, Hattie Tooney? Check this out. So I think next month for Patreon, I'm gonna get a new DS and a DS for Patreon. Figure $150, get two mods, and give one of them away for the patrons. I think that's a good idea. Yeah, Zima's nasty. I had a buddy that used to like Zima a lot. It was because his mom liked Zima a lot. You know how them people are like, that's what mom's got in the fridge. That's what we're stealing. That's what I like. Probably because it's the only thing you have ever tasted. All right, Justin. All right. So I'm out of here. I got to get some mail together. First pair of better aliens. Nice. I got to eat dinner too. What's for dinner? Don't you hate it when people around you don't like tacos as much as you do? Don't you fucking hate that shit? Like, yo, like tacos more, dude. Can you just like tacos more? If I say I feel like tacos, I want everybody around me to be like, dude, I was just thinking tacos. I was just thinking tacos. That'd be my best friend right there. But nope, ain't got that. I'm just a lonely taco man. All right? I love tacos. See, Nick, me and you. Ooh, I'm not big on pizza. Everybody likes pizza so damn much. Get over it. The TS is sold out. What about the DS? I want the DS. I want the 2 battery. This 3 battery stuff is just too powerful. Too powerful. Oh, I have tacos. I have tacos right near me. But when you go to the people that you're eating dinner with and say, "Hey, you want tacos?" They're like, "Tacos? I don't want to fuck tacos." All day vape, you know I love the TS, but what do I need 2 TSs for? I want a DS, man. I want a DS. And apparently they're supposed to be coming out with new ones, but they're going to make me buy the old one. I know that's what's going to happen. Is next month, the second of the month is going to come around. I'm going to buy 2 DSs. And what they're going to do is they're going to drop the new ones. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Paper Cat. $150, I can get 2 of them. I can get 2 and give 1 away. Homemade tacos are very good, but I don't think you understand the taco places we have near us. WP Mac. Yeah, the main buns. Like what's her name? What's that lady's name in space that has the brother that's real badass? What's her name? The lady in space, the big old fat guy had her in chains. Who's that lady in space? Her dad was like a real well, Leia. Yes, Leia. Princess Leia. Yeah, she was a princess too. Yeah. Yeah. That space lady. Princess Leia. Oh, dude, there's taco places on fucking tap over here. Yeah, guys got to look pretty sometimes too, you know. I might start doing makeup tutorials, dude. I have my eyebrows on fleek. I'll get some foundation up in this bitch. I'll get some. Watch this. You want to see? You want to see the females in chat laugh? I like I like Huda Beauty. I like the Huda Beauty stuff. And you know, my favorite palette is probably the Jacqueline Hill palette. The Jacqueline Hill palette's good. Um, that's a good one. And I like stick foundations better. Stick foundations are a little more oily. You know, they go on a little bit better. Um, I only do mascara on my top or on my bottom eyelashes because I put fake eyelashes on the top. Um, you know, can you believe Tati lied about fucking that gay kid? You believe that? She was like, you know, he's trying to get with straight boys, and I don't like that. And Tati was lying because that no, Tati was lying. Tati has little needs, so Anybody ever seen that drama that happened with Tati? Tati's a makeup girl, right? And she's sitting there talking about drama, right? And she's sitting like this. Okay, let me see how big my knees look when I do this. Yeah, she's sitting like this, right? And she's got her knees up like this. And her knees are really fucking little. They're like this. Little fucking knees. Dude, it looked like she had skeleton knees. She had these little fucking knees. She's like this big, and the knees were like this. Little fucking knees. I was like, is that her fucking knees? What is that? Is that her knees? They were like, yeah, that's her knees. Like, those are the smallest knees I've ever seen in my life. She's got to be 5'1". And I'd be surprised if she's 80 pounds because those knees are small. Knees are supposed to be big. You're supposed to have big knees. These little knees, you got them little knees. Nah, dude. And I don't even think these guys understand. Hold on. I don't think these guys understand. I don't think, because not enough people are laughing. I don't think you understand that I'm not even kidding right now. Hold on a second. I'm finding this fucking video. What's the kid that she, because I gotta find it. What's the kid that she was, what's his name? Hold on. Ava. Who's the makeup kid that Tati was fighting with? James Charles. All right, James Charles. What was Tati's video called? The one with the little knees. Little knees. Remember, I was like, is that her knees? And they're real little. Yeah, I'm gonna show everybody. Yeah. Oh, it's called Goodbye, Sister. Yep, Goodbye, Sister. All right, so you want to look up. These guys want to look up Goodbye, Sister. All right, because the James Charles calls everybody sister or sister. Okay, so James Charles calls everybody sister. Dude, if I name this video makeup drama, what? I'll have 1 million subscribers by the end of the night. I bet you. I bet you. No, I don't think you guys understand these knees, dude. Hold on a second. You don't understand these knees. I really don't think. So it's called Goodbye, Sister. And I don't even have to like search through the video. She's just sitting like that the whole time. And I'm like, what the hell is that? All right. Now I'm going to get a bunch of makeup stuff on here. Hold on. Oh my God, here it is. Okay. Well, my video, where is it? All right, hold on. I got to get it. I got to get it pulled up. I'm going to show you her little knees. All right. Dude, her knees are so fucking little. I got to get it when she has both the knees so you can get the full effect. She only has one knee up right now. Hold on. Okay, here you go. Dude, I hope she's not like a paraplegic that I'm making fun of, because that's not my point. Okay, here we go. Look at them knees, dude. That's her knees. Hold on. And she's all up close to them, too. That's also what's weird. She also put her hands over them, too. Nice knees, dude. Now get them over here. I'm gonna put them over here. They're taking up too much room. Oh man. If you want to see some drama, go over there. All right. That video puts Jay Hayes to shame. I'm telling you. You want to see some drama? Go over that fucking video. See some drama. What lip gloss? Probably Huda Beauty. I don't know. Knee shaming. Nick's over here knee shaming. They seem okay to you. Did you see them knees? Look, some people didn't even see them. Paper Cut, are you telling me to check out the Noisy Cricket 225? This is it. Oh, you've been laughing about her little knees forever, Shane Smith? I've been laughing at her knees for a month. I've been waiting to share that forever, dude. Right? Noisy Cricket 225. I actually don't. It's good, but like, dude, I don't like you would think you like a lot of features. It's so hard to understand, and I feel as though I'm not getting the right amount of power that I should be getting. It seems like it's always too safe. Like, safety's good. Yeah, I would build it in. I would build the RDA. Even if I built the RDA 0.40, I didn't feel like I got series out of it. I didn't feel like it was the same as a Noisy Cricket mechanical. So, damn it. This is the original Noisy Cricket without the top on there, but this one, it was good in the series, like the potentiometer mode. It was good. All right. But it's not, I didn't like it for series mode. Parallel, it was good. I liked it for parallel, but for series mode, didn't like it. Didn't like it. And I don't know how anybody could say that them knees aren't small. Those knees are small. Oh, that's her deleted video? Damn, Addy, you're on top of it. Dave and Gore, what's up? Dude, that was such the downfall of that Noisy Cricket was that damn button, man. I still can't get it to work. Like, that red one is new. That's a new red one. And I cannot get it to freaking work. But man, when it worked, it was amazing. It just had to go, like, really, like, you had to push it in the right spot. You had to do one of these deals. I had two of them. I mean, I liked it. I didn't get to use it that much. I do have two of them. Like, pushing down didn't work to find. You see, it's not supposed to be clicky. Pushing down didn't even work. You had to do like this. And then what the problem was, really, what the problem with the button was, I don't think a lot of people realize this. What the problem is the threads got dirty and it would hold it off of there. That's what was going on with it. It had nothing to do with this. It had nothing to do with that. What it was is the threads got dirty. And when the threads got dirty, the negative wouldn't make the contact. All right. Would I love to get this working again? I would. I would never buy another one. I would never buy another Noisy Cricket version 1 because I bought this one because I liked my first one so much. And it just didn't cut the cake, man. It didn't cut the cake. See, here's my first one. There's my first one. Here's my second one. And when the first one went, and I kept messing with the button. Like, look at the button, dude, because I had to mess with it all the time. When the first one went, I got the second one, and after a week, the first one was still working better than the second one. This I hardly used. Look at it. It's brand friggin' new. Look at this one. Hold on. Look at it. It's all scratched up and stuff. I used the hell out of this. Used it every day. This one I almost never used. It's still brand new. The contacts are all clean on there. Not really. Does the Simple Mod switch work? I think it did, and that's why I know that it was the threads. Hold on, I got a Simple Mod here. Here's a Simple Mod, which I love the Simple Mod. That would be something if I can get it working with this switch. Nah, this one doesn't go on there. Yeah, this one doesn't go on. This is a clone, so maybe the real one would. This one doesn't. How charged are these batteries? Not very charged. I don't have a series build here anyway. Yeah, I remember I tried it live and it still didn't work, but it was because of the threads, I believe. I believe the threads were stopping the negative to make a connection. Because I remember I could unscrew this, I could do whatever I wanted to do, I could clean it all out, and it wasn't until I cleaned the threads that it would work. And it would only work for a little bit. And it's like, it's loose in there. Like, so it needs to make that connection. It needs to make that negative connection. Right? Does it? Yeah. Wait. No. Does it? Yeah, I know there was an upgrade, but at that point, I was sick of paying a bunch of $25 to get that experience, you know? Because they were only $25, but if I buy two, I'm $50 into a $25 mod. If I buy the $25 kit, I'm $75 into buying a $25 mod. What if that doesn't work too? Like, why couldn't you just make the first button work good? Like, this is something like, that's the shit that kind of pisses me off about companies, is like, I know, like, everybody had this problem. So I know when you tested it, you had this problem. How would you still put this out? Like, plus it was just, man, it for $25, everybody was buying it. Beginners were buying it. It was bad news for a lot of people, but it was also very good news for a lot of people because, man, this was just a little better. Actually, it might be the threads on this. Might be the threads on this guy. That makes sense. That makes more sense. Dude, I tried everything, Sean. I tried everything. I used this for so long. I used two of them, and it's not that. It's the button shit. The button shit, something's going on with the threads. It just doesn't make a connection. You could put the batteries in and push down, push down. You can go like this, and it would never fire. It's just, yeah, I think it's the threads. I think if you get the threads to work, then it's good. Because you got to figure, this is my thought process. It's not the threads on the button, I don't think. It's not the threads on the button. What it is the threads on this thing. These get dirty. They get very dirty, and I think it's just from regular use. Not dirty like you're a contractor. Of course it's getting dirty. No, it just gets dirty. It just does. I guess just from the electric going. I don't know why shit gets dirty with electric. It's like arch marks almost. And it gets dirty. So my thought process is, this is what I'm thinking. This is the positive, right? That goes right to the battery. This is the negative, all right? The whole deck's the negative, right? Everything's the negative besides that pin. So that negative has to touch the mod, right? It has to touch the mod. So the first thing the negative touches, the only thing the negative touches is this guy right here, all right? Touches this guy. There's even a rubber gasket here to where it's not going to touch the battery. There's a rubber gasket. Look, see that rubber gasket? So the whole negative connection is based on these threads. The only negative connection touching is these threads, all right? When it's dirty and these threads are loose, like it's very loose, it moves back and forth even when you twist it all the way down. It's very loose. So when they're a little dirty, it's holding it off and the negative isn't touching. So when you could fire the button, it could be making all the connections to the positive, but it's not making the connection properly to the negative, and it doesn't fire. Oxidation is probably what's happening, and you got to clean it. Every day, I would come home and clean the threads, and it would work good for 2 hours. And then I had to clean them again. And you have to clean them good. It's not just like, oh, just take a paper towel and wipe it. No, you got to clean the shit out of it. So you would have to unscrew the bottom every time. Lots of people were doing that too. Like once they got it on, they wouldn't take the top off. They would change it from the bottom. But it's just, that's a hassle. And it would still get dirty. Yeah, it's aluminum touching brass. So the aluminum touching brass is probably oxidizing more, if I'm not mistaken. It was the simple V2. Okay. Open the button too. Yeah, the button had dirt in it too. You're right. You're right about that. When you open the button, a bunch of shit be in there. And I think it's because aluminum touching brass causes more oxidation than usual. Anytime two metals go together, they cause a lot of oxidation. So you could feel when you turn it, it feels dirty. It feels like there's shit on the threads. It's weird. It feels crusty. I think if the whole mod was brass or the whole mod was aluminum, like everything, I don't think you'd have as much of a problem. but it hits so hard, man. Oh my god. Probably the hardest hitting mech mod ever. The hybrid series. Yeah, and it wiggles. It's like it's not touching to begin with very good. It's wiggly. What are you gonna do? I should sue them for my $25. That's what I should do. I did get to meet J-Bo before, though, and he was really fucking cool. I didn't think of bringing up the noisy cricket, though. I should have been like, you got any noisy cricket buttons on you, dude? Such a good mod, though, when it worked. It was awesome. Maybe I'll try to clean it tonight and get it up and running. Be like, yo, J-Bo, what's up? Big fan, dude. You got any buttons? Motherfucker. J-Bo was super cool. So was Tony B. All right. Everybody, I'm the F out of here. Guys, had a lot of fun, man. I'll have to ban them from my McDonald's. MCM, yeah, I do remember that, Casper. I do remember that there was other series mods like that. I'm out, dude. I'm gonna eat my dinner. Don't even get me started on the tacos again. I'm not gonna have tacos, Kim. Nobody wants tacos. I don't feel like tacos. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Groove Fuse. We'll do Groove Fuse something. I don't know what I'll put in the middle, but we'll do Groove Fuse something or other. Sounds good to me. Peace.